Hi, friends. So today, George and I went for a walk and we stumbled upon this comic book store. And so we figured we would check it out. As you can see, they have a video rental slot, and that just totally brought me back to the days of Blockbuster when we would go and rent movies. Upon entering the facility, you can see that it's very organized and it's very spacious. I was immediately drawn to the VHS section. They had a pretty decent selection, some classics, of course, like the Terminator, and they were decently priced.
I might have to go back for that Total Recall video.
They had these lunch boxes there. They were so cute. I actually considered getting one. They had a big section of Hot Wheels. My brothers used to play with those when we were kids. And here they have a selection of manga, which, if I'm being honest, wasn't too impressive. But it is a comic book store, so, I mean, what can you expect? Here I found a Gantz manga within their collection. And here's my collection from at home. The ones at the comic book store were a little bit pricey. They were selling chapter 2 for $11.99, something like that, whereas I bought the second volume for about the same price. But like I said, they're a comic book store and they specialize in comics. I mean, look at all this variety of comic books that you have here.
Personally, I'm not a big comic book collector, but when we were looking around, they had a pretty decent selection of VHS, comic books, manga, like Ruthie said, and they actually had a bunch of like collectible toys and playing cards like Magic the Gathering, sports cards, and Pokemon cards. But I actually found that they had a small showcase of video games. So what I mostly saw was they had a bunch of Nintendo games and some games for the Atari. But there were a few N64 games I saw and some Sega Genesis games. And yeah, here are the Pokemon cards. So I was looking at the graded Pokemon cards, and I was like, wow, they're selling some of these low graded cards for quite a bit. I mean, those should be like the prices for like the 8 or 9s. And of course, I love me some wrestling. They got some of the older WCW figurines, and then I might have to go back for that Steve Urkel toy.
Yeah, I might have to go back for that too.
I have no idea how much it costs, but I kind of have to go back and find out. Yeah, here I've never seen this game before. Bible.
Interesting.
Damn, they were selling some of those N64 games for a lot. Like that Gomon was like $84.
Here they had a pinball machine, and it was 1/4 to play, and I think you got like 3 rounds or something like that. And here's George playing. He obviously did better than me, but it was fun. And it was awesome that they had it right in the store because, you could shop and play, hang out. They had tables that you can read at. There's our final score. And that was pretty much it. I'm glad we went for a walk today. It was a beautiful day. So I wanted to show you guys what I got at the comic book store. The guy working there gave me 2 stickers. He was really friendly. He just threw those in there. I got Creepshow Volume 2 because unfortunately they didn't have Volume 1. Otherwise I would have gotten all 4 volumes. But I just got Volume 2, 3, and 4. And I was actually surprised that they had Creepshow. George and I saw the movies and we loved them. So I figured, why not? just get the comics and see how it is. You know, the movies always start with the boy reading the comic book, so I can be just like him. And that's it. Thanks for watching, guys.